Hi, hello, hello. Welcome to another issue of Architect Tries to Model a Car. Where's my webcam? There it is. And I'm not getting any coffee anymore, so let's get rid of that. Okay. So we are going to continue on working with our car. As you probably noticed, I have made a few changes from before. Oh, hello guys. I made a few changes from the last time we were looking at it. Actually, not changes, I just reversed a few steps because I didn't like how the front looked like. And I'll talk about them in just a second, but before, I need to put on my modeling socks. These guys right here. Just helps 3D model. Also keeps my feet warm. That's nice. All right. So where are we with this? Let me close the nice parts and let's just look at it as it is, and also let's make the music a little bit more quiet. There we go. How's the sound? Is everything fine? Complain. If something's wrong, complain. So the main thing that I have changed is the front from our previous view. So what was it, last Friday I believe, or was it Thursday, I don't know. We made the front with 4 slots here rather than one big one, and I didn't really liked how it looked. So instead I made a single large slot, and also cleaned up the topology a little bit more so that it makes a nicer bend here, a sharper bend as well. Other than that, this is exactly the same model as we had before. So now we will continue working on it. And I was thinking maybe we should work on the side, or perhaps this front portion right here, this area right here. And I'm thinking maybe let's start off with this area, and then we'll just look, if things are working out for us. So the first thing that I want to fix is the shitty topology here. The edge flow is obnoxious. So that's the first thing that I want to fix. And I think what we're going to do is we'll straighten these guys out. So I will just go to my SubD tools. I'll go to... Are these considered edge loops? Let's see, cell edge loops, and I'll try to select them. Super, they are edge loops. Enter. So I select one of them, and I'll just scale them to 0 so that they get straightened out. And we repeat it. Cell edge loop, click, scale along the x-axis to 0 to flatten it out. Like that. That seems already a little bit better. And also this bad boy right here, we'll need to do the same thing. So cell edge loop, bam, oh, that's the wrong one, bam, and unselect that one. Yep, scale 0, perfect. We are Gucci. Let's see, so now it looks a little bit more, controlled. That's what we are after. So let's think about the design of this. What do we want to do here? So there is this strong edge here, which honestly we could kind of mess around with it a bit more. So I don't think that's necessarily a good edge. That's a sharp corner here, and it tapers down here. But perhaps this could go even deeper like that to make an even nicer fillet. Or perhaps we could be even more cheeky. What if we say, okay, let me undo this. What if we just make an edge loop that's very close to this edge here? Would that make it cooler? I think it would. We can try. Yeah, let's go for it. Cell edge loop. Select this one, enter, insert edge, and then we just, instead of using absolute offset method, we will use proportional, so that it inserts an edge loop super close to our second edge without actually intersecting with it, especially here, that's super close. So it does that. It doesn't seem like it, you know, anything has changed until we actually remove crease, until we remove the creases from there. And now it is actually working, right? So it is removing it has removed the crease and also reintroduced the crease in between these two edges. So my thoughts are, if we have that going on, that means we can select these faces here, or maybe not the bottom one, maybe just these. I'm thinking, do we do it in 3 separate segments? I think we should. Or no, let's keep it simple for now. Let's do it in all, the whole front. So that we will be extruding these faces along the X direction, and we will be extruding them by minus 100, doesn't matter, just some amount. So we have them extruded, great. And now we will select them again. Bam, bam, bam. Nope. Come on. Bam, bam. Wait, I'm thinking. Do we want to do it that way? Perhaps we don't. Basically, I want a group inset as per usual, and as per usual, I'm struggling with it because Rhino doesn't have a group inset function. So we need to be cheeky about it. So let me just scale this whole thing down to 0.9 and move it back by 10 or 100 actually. That's what it does, huh? And that's what we're left with. Well, it does make an edge like I wanted, but that's a little bit too much for my taste. So we'll need to be a little bit more cheeky about how we approach this. What if we get rid of this whole thing, delete? So we have this opening, and then we duplicate border to get this, crap. So that's what, So it will always give me a soft edge rather than a hard edge. Is there a way on how to get a hard edge? Merge faces, append to SubD, fill SubD hole, extrude SubD, offset SubD. No, there are no, at least to my knowledge, there's no way right now. Okay, let's undo this a bit. Oops. redo. We ended too many things. Redo multiple, remove crease until we remove the crease. Okay, let's do this again. Pam, 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 pam. So we have this portion here. Yeah, probably manually, honestly. Let's extrude it again. And let's do a -1000. Like that. And then what if I would select these edges right here? Because this is simple. I just want these edges, right? These edges right here, just to go to the side, to be offset to the side by minus, I don't know, this is in millimeters, so a centimeter, -10. You know, just barely offset it inwards, like that. So that means these edges right here, these side edges, oh my god, it's actually tricky selecting them. These side edges right here will need to move in the positive direction by 10, like that. Okay, so that's fine. And now this edge right here will actually need to slide along this direction. I'm just showing it with the mouse. Along this direction, it will need to slide by 10 to be a correct offset. So it slides along the nearest edge by 10, like that. And same thing for the bottom one. Move from here to here, but only 10 units. Okay, so now I believe if I select these faces, I'm by the way clicking Ctrl-Shift to select the faces, and I move them back. We used 1000, I believe. Now it's super flat and everything is planar. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, that's good. And now you can see that the seam is super sharp as well. Emap to check for if we messed up the seam in any way. Doesn't seem like we have. Seems to be pretty clean. I really like using the fluorescent tube actually to check if the seams are messy. No, they're not. Okay, good. So we have kept it pretty clean. I will continue on working with this. And for this moment, I will just select all of these faces and I will extrude them again. But I will extrude them inwards this time. So that would be a positive in X direction, and I'll just give it like 10 centimeters, so 100 millimeters. To just get that nice look here. And these guys right here, I think, or actually, what if we straighten this out to 0 like that and move it in? How does that look? Ew, not great. Okay, got it. I mean, we're learning. I'm not modeling that particular car from the Blade Runner movie, but I am using it as a reference. Right? So if there's some sort of design decision to be made, I will take a look at, you know, how did they solve it, and you know, I'll get inspiration from different pictures. But in regards to the car itself, nah, that's just me messing around with the tool until I will find something that, you know, that pleases me. Right, so that's too deep, perhaps. And also, this is too thin for the overall look of the car, so I think we can move these by minus 10 more, or maybe minus 20, something like that, yeah. Something that like that should do the trick. This thing right here moves up by 10, no, up, moves up. And let's see if it's gonna mess anything up. Yeah, it is gonna mess something up. If we just move it, that topology right there is important to keep. So I will need to, oh my God, how do we solve this? So we need to move this plate along this edge, but we can't cross this line, huh? So that line will need to move as well. Well, it's fine. We can move the line. That's not a problem. Like these two lines. Let's solve the other side, because I will definitely forget about the other side of the of the front. So let's solve that. I believe I moved it by 20, right? Yeah, that was a 20. So now only the top and the bottom are crappy. Let's look at it. That's a bit better. Still not great though. Perhaps we'll need to insert more edge loops here to stabilize it. We'll need to take a look. But for now, let me take these guys actually, like all of these, and move them back. They're way too close. Move them back. Perhaps even taking that edge will help. And move it. Let me just switch to ghosted view so that I can see better what. So we still have a little bit of space to work with, like that. Yeah, like that. So now there should be less tension, and less tension means the background music is distracting. Okay, let me switch the music to something that's more relaxing. There we go. There we go. Bam. Okay, that should be better. I'll put you right to sleep. Okay, let's take a look at this. So it is better, but not as good as it was before. So I don't really like it. Let's still thicken it out, and let's stick to it, so to say. Let's just stick to it. So what I'm gonna do is I will take this edge and I will move it along this ridge here, and I will give it something big, like 40 millimeters of space. So it does that. Okay, that's good. And that means that this edge will need to move, enter vertically, V, enter, from this point to this point right here for this surface to stay flat. Okay, or rather not flat, but not rotated. Okay, so we have that. Yeah, sure. I kinda dig it. I kinda think that looks cool. Let's fix the bottom. Bam, bam. These three edges right here, I believe, are the culprits. Oh, actually this one as well. Yeah, that one as well. So these will need to move along the seam by 40. Let's go for 40. Which makes this plane a little bit funky. So let me move this edge up by random number until I feel like it looks good. And I feel that it looks good now. so that was fast. Okay, so we have that. Now these edges or these surfaces right here, I don't need them so wide, so I will make them less wide, like so. So we get some thickness in there. And also, Okay, let's think, how would this behave? So this face right here needs to go out like that, right? So we have intake and it kind of feeds in the air. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of trying to think about it logically. So you have feeding of the air, and let's say it focuses the air in some way. So there's there needs to be a slope here, and let's move this guy just a tiny bit more. Yeah, something like that should do the trick. And also this area right here. What if we just do an edge rather than the whole thing? Like that. Would that be cool? So that thickens out. Yeah, sure, why not? I think that looks fine. So we'll stick to it. So that's our front. I will revisit it in a bit, but for now that's it is what it is. I actually like how it looks. Let us take these two surfaces here, or not two surfaces. Let's draw. So that, and then that, I think. Well, these are the moments where I kind of look at the reference images, right? And take a look at how other designers did it. Let me make it bigger. So this is completely flat. Oh, and let me, now it's on my face. Let me just move it here. Perfect. Okay. So that's almost completely flat. There's no it's only like micro scale detailing in this one. This one right here does have a lot of shenanigans going on with chamfers and whatnot. So I do prefer this one to that one. And this one, well, we can't really see, but it seems like there's thickening in the bottom side. So it's bottom heavy. And I think that's logical for this kind of a vehicle, like graphics wise. So I will not copy them, but rather make my own, and we will do it together, of course. So let's say I do want it bottom heavy. So let's start off with the bottom. This seam right here, this edge right here is going to be our limiting scene. Oh, and that's gonna be an ugly boy. We will need to solve that, huh? Crap. Okay, so we need to insert one more loop here for sure. Let's do that. Cell loop, or yeah, cell edge loop, of course. That's the wrong one. No, not you. Enter. Insert edge. And then we insert it super close to this seam right here. Let's see if it messed anything up. Ooh, it even sharpened this bad boy out. That's nice. That's actually what I kind of want. So that's good. And now we don't need to deal with this triangle anymore, because we have this edge right here, which is great, because the next thing that I want to do is I want to move this edge, this bottom edge, to somewhere here. Okay. And now I will take this edge, this, and bam. Let's just find it. That one needs to eat up a lot of a lot of shenanigans that are going on here. So I will not be touching that edge here. Instead, I'll just work with these and I will scale them down to 0 so that they are nice and flat. Okay. So where was I? Bottom heavy vehicles, right? That. Come on, that. Do we use this as our limiter? Yeah, sure. Let's use that as our limiter for how thick the thing will get. Not thick, but how high the thickness will go. I think 3 polygons is gonna be enough. These are not polygons, I know, but I will still call them polygons, sue me. Okay, so we have that, and do we extrude? That's the main question. Do we extrude or do we just move? Let's move and find out. So if we move it and look at it, it looks like, oof. Okay, so it looks like that. What if we extrude it? I know there's like a brush selection tool or something like that, but I don't like it. Okay, extrude SubD. This time not in X but in Y direction, and in positive Y we will give it like 30 centimeters. No, less than 30, 20 centimeters, 200 millimeters. Oh, that was even too much. Is there like a fast way for me to just do it this? Yeah, cool. That selection works. Minus 100, only 10 centimeters. Bam. Yeah, that's much better. This is something I can work with actually. So that's good. That's good. And so now we will start forming it. So this edge right here, well, I say edge, and when I say edge, I need to select the edge. There we go. This edge right here will almost fall back to 0, to the initial edge from which we extruded, which forces this portion right here to become super weird. Do we need to move this like that? Oof. How does that look? Yeah, that just softens it. No, I don't want that to happen. Okay, so we will need to do this. That's fine. We will persevere. So that's fine. I wonder if we should extrude that portion or just take this edge and move it back in. Maybe we just move it back in like that. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. And now we start just messing around with the form until we like it. That's how it goes. So for now, I just want to make a, I don't even know what kind of shape I want to make. We'll mess with it until it looks good. That's the trick. That's the way to go. So that's that. That point moves in. Show me how do you smooth out. You smooth out quite nicely. Could use more, but we will be inserting more edges to sharpen things out, just like here. So it does that. I think that's fine. Do we actually move these edges so that this is not a straight line? No, we don't. Instead, we actually take these points and move them in, right? Like that. And also take that point, move that point in, like that. Now we need to take that, like that. Okay, so now this is thinning out. That's good. I will actually make it, for just a bit, I will make it flat. Not flat, but I will make these 3 points, or maybe these 4 points flat, just to stay in control over the planes in which I'm working on. Okay, so that's good. And then these edges right here will go in. Oh, no, this and this edge will go in like that. Do we flatten this out, or do we make it bulge out even more? Maybe we do. So that means this and this edge, but we can't. So only this and this edge needs to be flat. Not flat, but planar. Hello to London, back to London, back to you. There we go. Oh, so then it makes that lip there. Ew, 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 ew. No, 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 no. 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 Good. No lip. No lip. A heavy, heavy flattening here though, which we'll need to address. And that's fine. We will address it in due time. What else? The curvature is actually not that bad. Right now I'm only looking at the curvature from the bottom side. This. I haven't used Blender BIM. Blender BIM? Is that like Blender for Oh, that's Blender for architectural modeling, right? I have seen it. Looks horrible. Looks absolutely horrible to use. Like compared to actual BIM programs such as Revit or ArchiCAD, Blender BIM, yikes. Really, really not necessarily inconvenient, but super, super hard to make a big building, a precise big building. So not optimized, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, topology time. This, and that will lift, like so. So we lift that part, so it makes this kind of an edge here. Woo! And then we will need to fix this. But for now, I think the curvature is kind of nice. Let's see, EMAP. Well, it's close. It's close to being nice. That ridge there, huh? Show edges. So that ridge becomes shaded in a weird way. And that's fine. What is IFC? IFC BIM. That's a standard, right? Got it. Okay, so it's a data exchange standard. I haven't really used it, so I couldn't tell. It's just on the surface the user interface is lackluster for Blender in terms of architectural modeling, not in terms of handling the geometry. Industry standard for building models, okay. Got it. I will need to take a closer look then, if it's great at that. Because Revit does suck in terms of importing and exporting data back and forth. Said that, Zaha did architects do use Blender, Revit, and they seem to be kind of in control over what it's doing. I mean Blender, come on, not Blender. Revit with Grasshopper. So now I'm thinking, do we want this to be lower or not? Perhaps not. But maybe I want this to dip. This edge to dip more. So that it's a little bit more pronounced, that area right there. Maybe I don't. I don't know. For now, let's not dip it. We can always do that later down the line. So let me undo that. All right, so we have this. Do we mess around with it more, or do we continue adding macro level detail? So that thickens out, that it gets this kind of a thickness here. I will not mess around with the bottom for now. I think that is fine the way it is, but I will probably sharpen this bad boy. So let's just do the simplest sharpen that we know, that we possibly can do, and it's going to be, do we sharpen this though? Oh man, oh boy. And also, what the hell is going on here? Well, it does smooth out nicely. Let's not mess around with this area here. Rather, so I'm skipping that edge loop right there. And instead, I'm just going to sharpen this. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, extrude, SubD, bam. Let's say 100, bam. Did it extrude? Yes, it did. Okay, bam, bam, bam. So now I just need to select all of these. Pam, 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 pam. And holding down the shift key, I will scale this to 0.9 like that, and I'll just move it back into minus 100 into where it was, and it looks like absolute dog shit. Okay, got it, cool. So that doesn't work. I really want people who are designing this tool to create the group inset. Yeah, that's for sure, because this is barely usable now. Okay, how do we deal with this? Do we deal with this manually? I really don't want to deal with this manually. That's really not what I want to do. I could draw straight lines and then kind of rebuild it by hand. That's an option. Screw it. I haven't done it before, so this will be a nice addition to all of the tools that I have been using, just to showcase things that suck about Rhino SubD. So I will just grab a polyline tool and just go to town, marking out this edge right here, the seam right here. There. Bam, bam. Oh, come on. Bam. So I can't use duplicate border because it will give me soft borders, and I don't want that. Instead, I am forced to use... wait. Instead, I'm forced to use the polyline thing. Do we get the bottom one? Do we get the bottom one? Maybe not, maybe yes, I don't know. Let's not get the bottom one. Let's try this edge right here. This is Rhino. This is Rhino. Pretty good program, but you know, not really ready in terms of SubD modeling to enter the industry, so to say. But as a first iteration, I think this is great. This is super. Okay, so I will need to rebuild this. Let me isolate this, and let me just see what you guys are saying. I am an architecture student. Which program do you think would be best for me? Do you think Revit, Rhino, Grasshopper, V-Ray, Lumion, Photoshop would be enough? Revit plus Rhino, Grasshopper, V-Ray. So it depends on your location. It depends on where you're from. Check out if in your country if ArchiCAD or Revit is used, because usually it's one or the other, right? And then for BIM modeling, choose according to a country in which you want to work, right? Rhino is great. Rhino is great for concept modeling, but it's super shitty for, you know, when you need, once you get the building permit, so to say, to detail it, the building for the contractor. Rhino is complete garbage for that. But for concept modeling, I think it's one of the best ones out there. Grasshopper plus V-Ray. I'm not sure about V-Ray. Seems like V-Ray is falling off a little bit these days. Also, it costs quite a bit. Check out the Blender Cycles. That's a free one to use, and it's as powerful as V-Ray. Lumion. Instead of Lumion, I would go straight for Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is better in every respect. just straight up better. Harder to work with, of course, but a much stronger tool. Photoshop, of course, yeah. Photoshop, there's no denying that. You can't not know Photoshop. Okay, I wanna offset this edge loop inwards. There was this like ribbon offset tool, ribbon offset. Bam, side to offset inwards. Offset distance. I don't know, 10 centimeters, sure. Blend radius, I have no idea. Do not change offset curve. Surface creation method, sweep to add slash. Point. Okay, that did absolutely nothing. Let's do just offset loose. Or is there's no like offset loose. Okay, let's just do normal offset inwards by 10 without any shenanigans. Interesting. Okay. Do I really need to open up Grasshopper for this, or can I? Or can I just fix it this way? We can just kind of do, I mean, this is, if we look at it as if it was a 2D shape, we could just take these curves and holding down Alt key, scale them along the X direction by 0.9, oh, much less than 0.9, along X direction by 0.99, there we go, something like that. And then the scaled version gets scaled along the Z direction by 0.9. And we get our offset, which is not perfect, but it is going to work, I think. I mean, we can always kind of move the control points a bit and find a new nice position. So that works. SubD loft. I wonder if that's gonna work. SubD select curves and boundary edge chains in loft order. Bow. Do you guys see it, by the way? Yeah, you don't see SubD loft options. That's fine. I'll be real quick, I promise. Creases on, corners on. For some reason, this is not considered to be a corner for some reason. Adjust shape segments. No, I don't want to. Or do I? No, I don't want to adjust them. Creases on. Closed. Yes. No, not closed. Okay. Yeah, okay, that works. That works. Hello there. Hello. Welcome. Let me show. Okay, so we do have this edge loop now here. And the only thing that I'm going to borrow, can I duplicate edge, by the way? Can I duplicate these edges? Yes, I can. That's perfect. I will just duplicate these edges here. And I will also take that SubD, isolate, and we'll continue on working with this. So this point right here moves inwards. And that point right there, up, that point right there will move here. Okay. So now, technically, let me just show a little. Yeah, that should do the trick, right? I think it will do the trick. Let's wait. Why are there like 3 cars here? What the? What's this? What are you? Oh, you're the old one. Yeah. So this one was the one that I got rid of. I didn't like this grill, so I just. Hidden it and we don't use it. Okay, so I think we're ready to rebuild this with a new loop. Okay, so let me hide. Duplicate edge. Bam, bam, up, bam. I'm duplicating the bottom edge here of the top loop, and I'm going to duplicate the top edge of the bottom loop. And that's going to be a problem, so I'll unselect that. And now, according to my calculations, it should loft, right? Right? Let's delete that. We have one curve here, we have one curve here, and we have one curve here. And I will use SubD loft. Bam. Corners, creases. Okay. Delete. Select the. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. That's fixable. Let me just change them to the correct layer so that it's not too red. So this is fixable. Bam. And that is also fixable. Just snap. Jesus Christ. Just snap. There we go. Okay, so we have that, we join them up. SubD join objects, yeah, whatever. Let's see. Sure, doesn't smooth that well, but we don't care because we will be inserting it into our car show. So we will be using this. Let me just move it out of the way by a meter. We will be replacing these polygons, delete, with these polygons, -1000. Bam. And then all we need to do is just join, I think. Right? Oof, that's disgusting. And I believe that's because of the creases. There's a lot of creases involved right now. So I'm going to fix it by just selecting everything and saying remove crease. And now, yeah, that's better. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. So that's how you insert an edge loop, an interior, not in edge loop, sorry, how you use inset manually without Rhino's help. What? Why are you not mimicking what I'm doing? Okay, SubD tools. There is that tool, reflect SubD object tool. So I'll select this bad boy. Start of reflection plane. I will just say along x-axis. This. Enter. There we go. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now. Does it make a hiccup? I can't tell. Emap. Is there like a hiccup there? Yeah, there is a hiccup. You can see from this wave. And that is precisely what I wanted. that hiccup to appear. Okay. Which means that now with this inset, we do have control over that precise hiccup. How long have I been working on this? Maybe 7 hours, something like that. Something like that, yeah, around 7 hours. I could have been a little bit faster. But I deleted half of the stuff that I made in the front because I didn't like it. So this is more like 4 hours, 5 hours of work, something like that. We will kind of... I think we will be finished at, not at, but on around 32 hours. What would this do? Oh, so it lifts the thing up. Maybe we want that. Do we want that? Let's see if we want that. So then we would need to lift this as well. So this whole thing kind of waves. Sure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I dig it. Let's do it. No, not like that. Let's not do it like that. So this needs to move out a bit more. And these two need to be a little bit closer together. Like that. Just to sharpen out that seam there. This is the moment where it becomes tricky. Just seeing, you know, the geometry, because it becomes a little bit more subtle. But by moving those two seams together, I am making this edge right here a little bit more sharp, right? And also I'm kind of building up these kind of seams, just so that it's nicer. Okay, we are good with this one. I will... I think we will stay with that one for now. So we have that thickened. The inside, I'm thinking of having that completely flat for now. Okay, so let's have some coffee. How are you guys? All good? I just want to relax just for a minute, and then we'll continue working. So just so that you don't get bored, let me make it pretty for you. Gold. Gold? Nah. Maybe not gold, maybe silver. Yeah. Turntable. No, unselect. Wait. Turntable. There we go. Okay, so we have the silver car rotating bit by bit. I'm drinking coffee, life's good. Do I build the rear exhaust with the same manual inset method? No. For the rear exhaust, I extruded the polygons. I scaled them down and I moved them back in. That extrusion scaling down, moving back, works quite well with flat polygons. But once you have them curved, then you can't really scale properly. So that's why I needed to use a manual inset method for that edge right there that you see. Double click face or edge to select loop. Really? Oh, stop turning. Really? Okay. Pepe. Okay, Control Shift, Pepe. Click, click. Wait a minute. You deserve a raise. Okay, that's a really nice Control Shift double click. That's a really nice shortcut there. Thank you. This will make my life a little bit easier. Where do you find this kind of information though? That's what I want to know. I want this wave to be higher, even higher. Even higher. Bam. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Do we make this part and this part more sharp? That's the question. Oh, sorry, I missed one. From one of the tutorials? Yeah, I need to check those out, I guess. Wonder if there are any tips for finding a creative solution for 3D modeling and Grasshopper. There are many creative tips for that. And all of them are on my channel. If you search for Grasshopper tutorials, you'll see at least 50 from last year. All of them are super creative solutions for 3D modeling and Grasshopper. Yeah. I'll just shamelessly plug my stuff if I want to. Okay, so if I double click, yeah, insert edge, and I can just like that, insert an edge here, and I can do it the same thing for the other side. Insert edge, bam. Doesn't look that good. I wonder why does that happen? So this part right here becomes sharp, right? Which is great, that's exactly what I want. But at the same time, the edge flow just becomes an obnoxious mess. Probably needs to be that way, right? Okay, let's do it other way around. Insert edge. Yeah, that straightens it out as well. So we will be using that. Is Rhino 7 worth the upgrade from Rhino 6? See how I paused there? Yeah, sure. I mean, depends on what you do. Depends on what you do with Rhino. If you did do this kind of stuff, yeah, for sure. SubD modeling is great. I always, like in my live streams, I always show this little thing here, where we can, for instance, grab a hexagon, just copy it a few times. Those who checked out the last stream will know where this is heading. So you have some sort of a hexagon thing going on, and then you explode all of the hexagons, and you select duplicates and delete the duplicate line. So every single line is now just a single line, right? And I will use something like, I don't even know, what's the freeform deformation? Cage edit. I'll just use cage edit for these hexagons, select control. Oh yeah, I can't. Let's do it this way. So I will take, for instance, these lines, rotate 3D rather, around this axis, bam, and now cage edit will start working. Or not. Why? Bounding box. Oh, there we go. So now cage edit works, and I can just take these control points, for instance, and kind of move them down, and this doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? I have no idea why this doesn't work. Super weird. Does anyone know why this doesn't work? Anyway, doesn't matter. The main thing is that I wanted to show is that, let's say you have a bunch of lines, right? And now you need to make some sort of some sort of a structure from these lines, right? So if you just pipe it, that's a very thin structure. If you pipe it with larger radius, you can see how how messy this part becomes, and also even in these parts here, all of the cylinders, they don't meet nicely. So you would need to use like Boolean operations, like Boolean difference, Boolean union, to be able to merge all of this. But now with SubD tools, you have the possibility to use SubD multipipe, where we give it the same radius, and it just one, right, and it just works. Okay, so the radius was too low, sorry about that. Set pipe radius 10, cap ends off, strut divisions smooth. Why is that? Oh, that's because I'm making a super big structure. So 100. Let's do 100. There we go. And it just pipes it cleanly, right? So that's good. That's a good thing. That's a very useful thing in terms of 3D printing and whatnot, right? You can make a lot of cool stuff with it. And of course, this is a SubD object, and you can say to NURBS. And now this is a NURBS polysurface, right? If I type in what, I can see that it's a closed solid polysurface and a valid one, which is perfect. That means 3D printable and whatnot. You can do Boolean operations with it as well. So that's a very strong thing about Rhino 7. Also, of course, this. I actually made a whole video about it. Check it out on my channel. It's the most viewed video as well, so it should be easy to find. Yeah, that's true. You could try SubD modeling in Blender because it's free. And then if you will want to transfer to NURBS, then you can from Blender. Yeah. Okay. We continue. So that edge right there, this edge, I've postponed it for quite a bit, but I think it's time to solve it. Or do we still mess around and not solve it? Because that wave is not what I want. Okay, let's see what kind of loop it gives me. So it gives me a loop that goes along almost the whole car, which is great. That's what I want, but it doesn't go through the whole car, which is not great, but is fine because we can... well, it kind of ends up in a very, very awkward place. So let's see how it's gonna behave. Insert edge. Insert edge. Bam. So I've just added that small edge there, which makes the transition more crisp. So that's before. Redo, that's after. So you can see how much crisper the transition becomes. And here, it's actually not that bad. I mean, yes, technically this is an n-gon. Move. But it's not that bad. Actually, let's keep it. Let's keep it. So this tells me that I probably can get away with adding a shit ton of edges here to just kind of make everything super crisp. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe. Not sure if I'm gonna do it now though. Maybe it's a little bit too early for that. Let's fix the front instead. Let's work on this bad boy. Okay, so we have these polygons here, and I really want to move them inwards into the car. So I want this to be like a main, I don't know, hole thing for the car. So we can do that by extruding probably, right? I would probably say extrusion is the way, because this is flat. Okay, let's try. Let's just try. I will select this, extrude, bam, along the X direction, like that. Then select all of these, scale them down, holding down the Shift key by 0.9, like that, and move it back in, like this. Okay, so now we have this ridge here, which is great. That's what we want. But now we want to flatten it out. So to do it, or maybe we don't, because this is just a little bit, just a tiny bit imperfect, which is fine, I think. And now we are going to extrude SubD. We're going to extrude it in by some amount, doesn't matter what amount, to get this edge. And this is how it's gonna look like. Voronoi grill. No. I'll go for a no. Yeah, I think that has potential. I think that has definitely has potential. So let's stick to it. Pam 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 pam. Said that it needs to go down like this, and it needs to go even deeper in. Do we? Yeah, let's look at it from this side and just look at it from ghosted view, just to make sure that we are not. So let's say a person sits here. Yeah, that's too deep. Like that. Needs to be scaled down. Scale down as well. Yeah. Something like this. Something like that. Seems to do the trick. Tab to check. And we have a huge hole. Yeah. Hello, and I hope you will enjoy the videos. You are enjoying the videos. It's super fun making them. Okay, so we have that. Nom, 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 nom. How does... So these parts just connect like that, huh? That's a little bit awkward in terms of connections, but I think we can manage. What I want to do, okay, let me check what kind of loop it's going to give me when I double click it here. So that's the loop. Okay, that's almost the full loop. That's great. So all I need to do is just select this area right here, like that, and pray a bit and say insert edge. And let's just see. Ah, shit. So one goes that way, the other one goes that way. So that's not ideal. That's not. So it offsets. One is being offsetted that way, the other one is being offsetted that way. Okay, that's fine. We will do it this way then. This edge loop right here will go, insert edge, bam. It will go until the midpoint here. Let's just find the midpoint. Midpoint, there we go. So that's a perfect division here. And it's a little bit messy here, but I believe we can solve it by just selecting these edges right here and bam, 0. There we go. So that's clean now. And okay, so now this bad boy here, we will select these edges. There we go. And I think that's all we need, right? No, we will need an edge there. So up. Undo. That, and that. So this is apparently, it doesn't recognize. It's not being recognized as an edge loop. Insert edge, but we will force it to, we will force the recognition. So for some reason, the proportional mode is a little bit on the wonky side, which is fine. We will just do this, I think. And then we will casually take that point and that point, and we will try to merge them by using stitch command. Bam. So stitch command merges 2 points midway through. There we go. So this just became more crisp. Okay. I think that looks good. I think that looks terrific. Let me think. Should this edge be lifted up like so? Perhaps it should. And then this will need to be an inset, right? Oh, I know a way of how to solve this, how to keep this segmentation proportional, right? So that these gaps are the same. We'll just use scale 1D. From here to here, we will start scaling it, and we will be looking at it in on the side view and try to keep it parallel with this edge right here. Wait. Yes. Just like that. Okay. Bam. Okay. That's good. That is good. So now, time for this thing right here to get some sort of a division. How do we do it? Do we just cut through and then divide it 1, 2, 3, 4? That would be 4 by 4. That would be 16 holes. So, okay, sorry, I'm talking to myself. Let me just explain what I'm talking about. These polygons here, if I select them and type in inset and inset distance, let's say 10, doesn't matter, and I just move them in like so, it will make this kind of a pattern, right? That I could use, or rather, even better, double inset, right? So I select the insetted ones again, inset, again, 10 again, and now I move in. I move these guys in like so. Tab, you know, makes this pattern, which is great and all. But I don't really like how it looks. So I'm wondering if I divide it up more, Will it look better? What if, okay, what if we don't inset it right now, but rather I select these surfaces here and I use the tool called subdivide SubD, this tool right here. It will do something like this. And then the question is, can this single vertex right here, can it be beveled? No, only edges can be beveled. So that's that's also a functionality that's missing from between Blender and Rhino. That's not great. Okay, so this doesn't really work, but this enables me to do as many subdivisions as I want, which is good. Okay, that edge right here, insert edge. I will insert an edge loop to the middle here, like so. So that means that now here I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 times 4, 8. Oh, that's gonna be a lot if I subdivide it further, like that. How does that look like, by the way? Can't really tell. Emap. Book. Not great. So it's starting to mess up. It's starting to mess up the continuity. Wait, let me check the fluorescent tube. Yeah, you can see here these edges. This and this point, these 2 points are bad because the continuity they are arriving. So I'm basically making n-gons here and it messes around with the shading. I can't have that. So no SubD for us. We need to stick to what we have here. But that's fine, I think. Let's see. Inset. 10, yes. Inset again, 10 again. Move in by a big amount. And then inset one more time by 10. Oops, come on, by 10. There we go, tab. That's how it looks like. And the shading is clean, at least should be clean. Let's see, emap. Yeah, that's good. So that's clean shading compared to the previous one. And we end up with this grill here. Not sure if I like it though. Well, it does have a nice it is a nice addition, right? So you kind of look into the inside of the car and there is like stuff going on there. I'll keep it. I think it looks cool. I'll keep it. Whew. Okay, so that's that with the front. Do we work on the top now? Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of Googling. So I am going to open up a new tab and I am going to a new scene here. Just a second, be patient. Create new window capture, there we go. And that is going to be our Chrome tab. There we go, and hit OK, and the Chrome tab is way too big. Full screen, no, order, transform, fit to screen, there we go. Oh yeah, and it needs to go below my webcam. Great, okay. Let's do some Googling. Car top. No, that's cat, first of all, car. Let's look at Lamborghini. Not top speed, top view. Okay. So that's, can't really tell if you can see it. For now, I'll just make this smaller. So that's Lamborghini top view. I'm just looking at proportion. That's all I'm looking at. I'm not gonna start copying Lamborghini designs. But so the ass becomes thick, right? Ass becomes a big boy. I think that's fine. We could go for Lamborghini approach. Let's see, Porsche. Porsche is much more balanced and it goes more shallow or less wide in the ass, but it does have widening for the wheels. In our case, Porsche would be a little bit too much, I think. Yeah, let's not do Porsche. Blade Runner car top. So that's the top of the car from Blade Runner. I don't like it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good catch. Corvette. But the old one. 1978 Corvette. Where's the freaking top view? Roof. Let's say roof. Maybe that's gonna be it. So there's no, like, at least real quickly looking at it, there's no image of it from the roof, but we can kind of extrapolate how it looks like from the top, just looking at it. So it is a wide front. It is a wide front and narrow back type of a situation. So heavy on the front. Okay. DeLorean? Sure. The problem with DeLorean is that it's basically a brick. That's, you know, it's a brick car. It's just that it has that movie Back to the Future where they used it. Other than that, DeLorean is some same shit as Volkswagen Golf. Well, it does have the nice X-wing thing. By the way, how does Tesla? How does Tesla compare? So Tesla is kind of boring in that regard, huh? But that's Tesla Model 3. No, Tesla Model S. Top view. Like a Porsche, huh? So it's pretty similar to a Porsche. Okay, I think I have my answer here. Let's continue modeling. Bam, bam, bam. Let me turn off probably this window capture, right? Yes, this window capture. Let's make our reference sheet bigger, like that. And my answer is that we are going to make the as bigger, I think. Well, no one will complain if we just try, right? So let me just select the polygons in charge of the as, like that, and let's just scale it up, probably, right? Right? Scale. That's, I know, it's way too big. I'm just looking at the proportion. Oh, that looks bad. No. Okay, so we can't do that. we can't do that. The proportion is obnoxious when we do it. Well, can we? So can we first of all insert edge? Right here, right about here, and so it's going to straighten this one out, and then I want this edge. So there is no edge chaining as well in this tool, which is not great, but that's fine. We will work without it. And can I just, missed one edge here, apparently. Didn't even know that's an edge that should be selected. And we move it in, like that. Maybe. I mean, it's definitely better, right? Yeah, we were discussing the pod racer from Star Wars last time in the last live stream. The problem with it is that then you need the front, these two guys, to be even more massive. I mean, bam, bam. Well, not that massive. Bam, bam. Something like this almost, right? For this to start feeling like a pod racer. And we could do it this way, but this would be a completely different different design language, right? So I don't know. I want to kind of stick to this design language. Oh, I did redo. There we go. Okay, so we have this going on. And maybe this is the problem. Maybe this edge right here is the problem. Maybe we just need this to be something like that, something like that, something like that. you know. And this is why, by the way, you first work with as low amount of polygons, or in this case, SubD surfaces as possible, and only when you absolutely need to, you start messing around with larger values, with larger amounts, because now moving all of these seams is going to be unpleasant to say the least. It's going to be unpleasant. That seems to be fine. So we have this going on here, which is great. This insert edge, I will insert an edge loop right here, just like that, so that there is a sharper bend there. And there is this bend that I don't really like. Maybe we need to fix it. Yeah, let's fix it. So pam, insert edge, and I am moving this. I am moving this to here. We'll get there. We will get there. To here, and what else? Would it be a lot more difficult to do this in Rhino 6? I do have a tutorial on it, on how to do this in Rhino 6. It's, how is it called? Something with parametric furniture. Wait. Yeah, advanced Rhino modeling with parametric architecture. Crazy interesting tutorial. Let me just paste it to the chat so that you guys can see. There we go. So that video, which I don't even know if it's gonna show up in the chat. Yeah, it is gonna show up. That video is showing how to do the SubD modeling in Rhino 6, rather. Blender, dude, Blender is so easy. Take Blender. I know. I've been using Blender for quite a bit. There's a lot of videos of me using Blender. But for this particular thing, Blender, actually, it would be impossible to use Blender to make this particular, not geometry. Geometry, of course, you can make it in Blender. Geometry type is impossible to make in Blender because this is it can be translated into a NURBS polysurface, a closed NURBS polysurface, which has infinite resolution, which means you can produce it up to infinite detail, I guess, if that makes sense, with zero error, right? So while Blender is movie-oriented tool or visuals-oriented tool, Rhino is production-oriented tool. And that is that. Okay, so here I do want to slide all of these curves, I think. Yeah, so there's going to be a few small adjustments that I'm gonna make. Slide, I think, is the tool, and I need to change the direction. And oh my god, why is this lagging? Let me turn off snapping. Bam. So it will look shitty for a bit. Bear with me. Like that. I'm basically readjusting the seam so that this seam right here is a hardener of this edge, and this new seam that I've created is going to replace the old one. That's basically all I'm doing. Slide. Right. Let's just see how it. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. I need to relax it somehow. Shit. How do we relax it? Can I slide it to have it more relaxed? Well, it doesn't look like it's more relaxed, but oh, actually it is. Okay, so that's good. Bam. Slide. Great. Bam. Slide. It's stuff that needs to be across. It's stuff that, you know, sometimes just needs to be done. I know it's not sexy or anything, but sometimes you just need to do it. And for these guys, I will slide all of them at the same time. At least I will try. Slide. Yeah, it lets me. That's great. And I will just slide them closer, because all of them here are kind of ranged properly, except this little point right here, which we will just move like that. Okay, so now that edge should be cleaner, and it indeed is. That's perfect. And this edge right here can be reevaluated, so repositioned. Big words. I hate using big words, while you can use simple words. So we have that. That's not nice. Let me flatten this out to 0. Move it in. Yeah, I think that looks good. And do we sharpen it? Yeah, I think we sharpen it. Maybe. Ooh, shit. Can't do that. Can't just casually move that. Because this needs to stay curved, huh? Or does it? Maybe it doesn't. Always tricky. For now, let me just do this, or rather, let's just do this, and then we will fix the roof once we get there. So that's fine, that's fine. Bam. That kind of bends backwards, which I dislike. Let me just ease it in a bit more. It's like that. Then there is that in. Okay. Stormtrooper helmet, yeah, for sure. You can make the Stormtrooper helmet here. Is it possible to project a curve on a SubD model? Project side windows on the body. Let's try. Oh, actually, there's two things that I want to try. Also, make 2D. Is it possible to make 2D out of a SubD model? That's also an interesting thing to check out. So let me go to this view here, shade it. Let me just grab, for now I'll just do something really fast. There's my curve. I don't even know if it's closed. It's probably closed. Let me just move it here so that we can see it. That's the wrong side. Let me move it here. Project, right? Project. Select curves to project this bad boy here. Enter onto this geometry here. Yeah. Oh, caught that one, but yeah, you can project easily. And then of course you can use all of the split functionalities and so on. We will be doing that for sure. But yeah, the curve can be quite easily projected. So that's one thing. The other thing is make 2D. That's the thing that I'm interested in. Select this, make 2D. Perspective view, hidden lines. Sure, let's see the hidden lines. Let's just hit OK. Let's see if it can generate anything from this type of a geometry. Oh no. No. Oh no. It tried. It did its best. Who's drilling? Who the fuck is drilling? Anyway, let's try one more thing. I'll just copy this one. I will make it into a NURBS polysurface. Like that. Ooh, that's a lot of edges here. Actually, not that bad. Make 2D. Let's just see if you know, NURBS polysurface will behave better. That's a yikes. I wonder why that happens though. I wonder why is that? Silhouette. So that's the only thing that it can extract is the silhouette of the object, right? That's probably because of the curvature. So the way I would tackle this is maybe a little bit weird. I probably should explain why it's doing what it's doing, right? So this geometry right here doesn't have any sharp corners, like zero. Everything is completely continuous, right? So Rhino has absolutely no idea where to put a line when it, you know, when it doesn't have any edges, right? Any sharp edges, since everything is super continuous. It's the same thing as asking Rhino to extract a drawing from a cloud, right? You know, you give it a cloud, a three-dimensional cloud shape, and it needs to extract a drawing. So there are too many possibilities or too many places where it could draw a line. No, I don't make videos about Maya. I don't use Maya. So in that regard, Rhino doesn't make any decisions as to where to put these lines. So you end up getting, let me not show the wires. From an image like this, you end up getting just a few lines where Rhino decided that, oh, indeed, I will put a line there, right? That is sharp enough of a crease for me to put a line there. A way to mitigate that would be to contour, the shape itself, and by just doing from here to here and contours every, let's say every 5 centimeters, adding a contour like that. At least that's the way I like doing it. So getting a bunch of contours, and just to be safe, I will move them by 1 millimeter to the side and up. You could also kind of offset the contours just a little bit. But basically you end up with this, with this view, right? And then you select the whole car thingy, and then you do together with the contours, and you do make 2D again, and technically it should be a better output. The same thing for buildings, by the way. When you do curvy buildings, contouring a building beforehand will enable you to get a nicer view. Oh yeah, that's the hidden line. So let me hide the hidden lines. So you end up with something like this, which is, I believe, a little bit better than what we had before, right? And those are the hidden lines, right? Why are these shown in red though? Cell CRV. Let me just move away the curves, get rid of the contours here. Right, yeah, we go to properties, we say display color by layer, line type by layer, print color by layer. There we go. So this is that, and I will zoom in here. You can't really see it, can you? Let me just change the hidden lines, the hidden curves to red, or yeah, sure, to red, so that you can see what's hidden. Print display, state on, red color for the dashed lines. Really quickly, just bear with me for a second. I'm just showing how to visualize this kind of stuff. Under line types, you can change the line type scale. So I'll just increase the scale to 10, just to get the dashed lines a little bit more dashed, to get the gap, dashed lines a little bit more dashed, to get the gap bigger between the dashed lines. What else? And then you mess around with the print width, right? With the thickness of the lines. So for our dashed lines, we will stick to 0.13, and for our visible curves, we will increase it to 0.5 or something like that. And for some reason, it doesn't show us that. Why is that, I wonder? 2 millimeters. Print display. State on, color print thickness 400. That's strange. Strange that it doesn't show us the thickness of these particular curves. Anyone has an idea why? It should show us. Well, I could do a quick print to just check. Oh wait, it doesn't. So line type, layer, print color, print width. Oh, print width is set to default. No. Print width is by layer as well. There we go. That's a thick boy. That's a super thick boy. That's a too thick of a boy. 0.5. You know, a little bit better than what we had before. So that's how you kind of create quick diagrams in Rhino of very curvy things with, you know, a bunch of dashed lines and whatnot. Okay, let me get rid of that. is to all. Small tutorial over. We come back to the car. Delete that. What was I doing? This part here, huh? Time for some coffee. So I want this area right here to be more crisp. God damn it, we will need to work on this for quite a bit as well. This is not good at all. Screw it, we'll work on the back layer. For now, I want this to be more crisp. I want to make it nicer. And could this be moved out though? Just something like that, and then one. No, we need to move this out, and I have no idea by how much. Because I want this surface to be flat, but it needs to be flat according to the surface right here. What's the best way to do it? Maybe the best way to do it is to make a C-plane. C-planes, set C-plane by 3 points. Object snap turn on, here, here, here. So we have a new C-plane orientation. That means that when we move vertical, when we move this vertically, yes, it's locked to the Z direction of the new C-plane. And I will just kind of snap to whatever, that point there. So that is in line, at least it should be in line. I have no idea if it is. Let's see, top view will tell us. Yes, it is in line, that's great. Just to make sure, I will do the same thing for this. M, enter, V, enter, from here to wherever here. Okay, that is also in line. Yeah, that's good. So now we have a single polygon that we can mess around with and reevaluate the structure with it. So I'm wondering if I want a ridge here, basically. Maybe I don't. You see this ridge here, right? So I'm wondering if we want it or not. It might look a little bit wonky, so I won't have it. As for this edge right here, let's move it up, move it in, like that. Then it does make a ridge. Well, actually, okay. Since it wants to make a ridge so much, what if we let it? No, we won't let it. We won't let it do that. So this goes there. That's good. That becomes that. I'm thinking of having this move vertical, of having the move enter vertical enter, having this also aligned like that. Or do we need a separate entity, a separate loop for that? Maybe we do. Let's add one more loop. Click, click. Insert edge. Bada bing, bada boom. We have a new edge here. And then this edge takes care of eating up that inconsistency, you know, between how much this is sticking out and how much this is sticking out. Move vertical from here to here. Okay, I think we're good. We'll need to solve this though. Maybe that's not a problem. Maybe we just do this. No, we definitely don't do that. Maybe we do this instead. We could do this, okay. I will be rendering this, but it's going to be, that's not my end goal, so, oh, we have lyrics, shush, wait. No lyrics, thank you. Should be good. So we will be, even though we will be rendering this, we will not be using any kind of fancy materials or anything like that. Instead, we will be producing a physical model. So I will be 3D printing this out, and I will be hand painting it, and so on. I'll probably make a giveaway for the Patreon supporters of the channel. So I'll send them the physical model. To some of them, of course, not to every single Patreon. Don't quote me on that. So this seems okay. There is that. Let's see if we can fix it. I want this to go here and be much smoother. So can I just take this and move it like that? Oh, we would need to do... Sorry for blabbing. Now I'm really deep in the in thinking. So let's select these two edges, actually move vertical and move them also to the same position, like so. So we are thickening this guy up. That is fine. That's fine that we are doing it, because now if we check it with EMAP, we can see that we get this nice flare here. So that's good. That's something that we can use for sure. And I believe we will just move this down. Like that. Yeah. And move this in, back in, like that. So it gets this kind of a bend, but that area is becoming problematic too fast. How do I segment the piece afterwards for applying materials for different panels and so on? I will do UVW unwrap on it, probably. Instead of segmentation. Maybe I will segment it. If I were to segment it, then I would probably just do... That's an interesting question, so I'll show you. Two NURBS. I would of course convert it into NURBS, and then I would start messing around, just drawing. Just drawing on top of it, or maybe even better. Let's see how it explodes. Explode. Wait. Oh, that's a underlying SubD. No. Explode. How do you explode? So there is inherited subdivision up to a certain extent, right? Of these panels, which I could use. So I will probably be using quite a bit of that, right? And then wherever I can't use it, I will just project curves and split. Yeah, and that's how I'll apply the materials. Still not sure of it. We will learn. Okay, so where am I? First of all, 2 hours 44 minutes, so 3:30. Let's do 15 more minutes and I'll call it a day. Just want to, Jesus Christ. Just want to keep every single live stream fresh. And after 3 hours of streaming, I'm not fresh anymore. So let's fix this area right here first. There's not a lot to fix though. The main thing here is that edge. That's super bothering me. Because it's making that quick bend, and I'm not sure if we want that quick bend. Maybe we do. But even if we do, we want this to move away from the bend. Yeah, like that. And this also to slide away from the bend. Like that. And then resharpen here on that in that area. So we end up with this kind of a loop, which is not great to have. I don't know. Or maybe we dissolve that edge altogether. Would that work? Maybe it would. Let's see. What if I say, boop, this whole edge needs to be dissolved, so it needs to be scaled down to 0, like that. Moved in. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. That's definitely a problem there. Is there like a stitch? Would stitch work? No, stitch doesn't work. But maybe it would if I stitch 2 edge loops together. Let's just see. Stitch. That's stick. Stitch. Edge loop. Bam. Bam. Perfect. Enter. Okay. Yes, good. And now this is clean. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. Said that I still need this to be cleaner, so 0. And also we clean up this guy to 0. There we go. Okay. Now both of these are super clean, and we can continue on working with them. So we have that. Not sure if we should stitch here. Maybe we should. Maybe every single, not stitch, sorry, insert the loop. Maybe every single area here needs a loop to be inserted. Let's just do it. Insert edge. This is the moment where we kind of introduce more resolution. So like that. And then click, click. Insert edge. It's a little bit weird here. Why is there so much tension here? What was I doing here? Okay, let's fix it. Control Shift click, 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 click. Yeah, that's all of them. Move it back. Less tension. Thank you. Oh right, that was that ridge there, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We don't care. And then we select the edge loop, insert edge, sideways. Boom. Okay. So everything now, at least on this edge, is crisp, much more crisp, much more pronounced. I think that's nice. Okay. So we have that going on. And now, bam, insert edge. We will pronounce the bottom edge. And the reason why I'm doing this right now is because I think the curvature is nice. We don't need to make it better, even better. So I'm doing it now. So you can see when I insert double or add double edges here, it sharpens out the, you know, the segments, not the segments, the surfaces. So we have that. And the last one is gonna be, I wonder which one are we gonna do? Let's do this one, I think. This edge loop right here. Yeah. But for this one we need to, this is getting way too close. So I'll need to slide it probably. Yeah. This point needs to be slidden, I don't know. Don't know the correct term. I will need to slide these 2 points. Slide to here probably. And so it goes up. Maybe these 2 points can be moved straight down. Would that work? Not really. Maybe it would. Maybe. No. I will slide this edge instead. Slide the edge down like that. Tab to check. Seems good. There is that ugly bulge there. A quick bulge, which I don't necessarily like. Or maybe I do. Maybe it needs to be even stronger. Maybe it needs to be even stronger. Let's just go for it. Yeah, and we sharpen this. Insert edge. Just a little bit here. So this is starting to become a heavy boy. A pretty heavy model, which is fine. My computer can handle it, I think. I hope. We will see. We need these two to be merged. So I will stitch and I will stitch them on this vertex here. That's good. And these two need to be merged. What a nice song. What a nice song. Okay. I don't think we have any more n-gons left. I think everything is pretty good, pretty clean. Quad face. We still have a long way to go in terms of the window. Come on, just give me the. Why can't I select? There we go. So the surface, maybe something like this. Just like that. Yeah. Redo. Yeah, something like that. So something like this, and probably for the back as well. Bam. Something like that. Yeah, but there's a lot of things, a lot of work to be done. For now, I think we improved this model quite a bit compared to where we started. What do you guys think? Looks good. Honestly, what do you think about the car so far? I don't even know how to call it. Is it a car? Probably. Emap. Checking the curvature again. Those are nice curves, I think. The transition is clean, that's good. There are some things that will need to be fixed in the back. Yeah, especially here. Whoa, wavy. Yeah, slide is actually quite useful. I only started using it on this particular model. So that's good. Why are these wavy? Hello? Polished silver? Ah, yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's actually okay. It should be like that. That's good. Okay, so 3 more hours and we have something like this. Ooh, we still have a long way to go with the bottom as well. Actually, this portion right here, I kind of like. At least we nailed the proportions of this area here. The top is also pretty good. This area needs a lot of work. This area needs a lot of work. The whole roof needs a lot of work. And I think once we finished with those, then we can start adding detail, right? So it's not going to be just form based, but we will start talking about paneling and, you know, actually making it look like it's made out of parts rather than a single piece of aluminum, or in this case silver, polished silver. But yeah, I think that looks fine. That looks fine for what it is. Let me turn on a nice little thing. My words, nice little thing. There we go. Turntable. Okay, we are done for today. I'm tired. I need to get ready to fly to to Copenhagen, which is always a fun trip, a fun thing to do during COVID, this whole COVID situation. Flying, holy crap. So the next stream is probably going to be once I'm back in Sweden, or maybe I'll manage to push one in before that. We'll see. But it's definitely not tomorrow. Maybe day after tomorrow. Yeah. Either way, the recordings are going to be available for you to check out. So you'll be able to, even if you missed it, you'll be able to catch up. Consider subscribing for the channel, really helps out. Consider donating money for the channel through Patreon, really helps out. Gets me the sweet coffee. And that's about it for now. I really like streaming and working on this. This is super fun. Hope you like watching me do that as well. Okay, I'll stop blabbing for now, and hope you enjoyed it, and bye. See you next time.